because that's one of the things about me. I'm passionate about music, and I just don't want to just throw something out there because, you know, I'm cool because I make beats. Nah, I actually want to make music and impact the culture.
1, 2, yeah. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, sir, you are tuned in. This is for the SB1200, ASR 10s and MPC heroes. This is for the crate digging, loop getting, sound manipulators, the Fruity Loop reasoning machine innovators that pump the bass and frequently freak the kick in a stand till it slaps in your speakers. The sound providers that make sure the song is tight. Shout out to the producers, beats grinding live. Shout out to the producers, beats grinding live.
Welcome to the Beats Grinding Life podcast with your host Siren, a weekly interview podcast with inspiring music producers, where every week you will learn from a different music producer how to potentially take your music career to the next level.
What's up, Beat Grinders? This is another episode of Beats Grinding Life. I'm your host, Siren Beats, and today we got with us Nois3. Nois3 is a producer and sound designer from outside the Philadelphia area. He has been producing music for the past 13 years. Nois3 has recently gained recognition through his series of sound libraries, which he has made, which is now available on rawnois.com and machinemasters.com. Yo, Nois3, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm great, man. Great. It's a great summer day, man. I'm just glad to have you up on here, man, so I can pick your brain and learn a little bit from you, man.
Hey, let's get into it then.
Dope, man. Dope. Okay. Well, man, I mentioned a little bit about you, told the Beat Grinders a little bit about you, but why don't you expand on that intro, man, and let them know a little more.
Well, how I got involved with production was I had a friend in the past that used to have like a beat machine, and he used to knock out, and I used to watch him on the MPC, and then eventually, you know, like I got interested in it, and I was just like, let me give it a try, and then I just got bit by the bug. Nice. And ever since then, off and on, like sometimes I remember I had took like a 3-year break from it, but now I'm back. I've been back for like maybe like 5 years now.
Okay, and back.
Because it's called Beat Grinding Life, so I had kids, and you know what I mean. You gotta take care of the kids and everything.
Right. No doubt, man. Life kicked in, man. It kicks in for all of us. So yeah, you definitely do what you got to do, man. So that's what's up, man. You know, I mean, hey, you're taking care of your responsibilities, but you're back on it. You know, so that's lovely, man. All right, man. Well, it sounds like you know, we here at Beats Grinding Life, we always want to know how each producer got started in this thing, man, and it sounds like you got started when you got bit by that bug, man. Is that right?
Yeah, chopping samples, starting off straight from off the record, straight to the MPC.
Okay, that's what's up. So, is that the first piece of equipment or software that you had, was the MPC?
Yeah, my homie had one, and then I ended up getting one, and it was all she wrote after that.
Okay, what kind did you get?
I had a 2000.
Nice. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what I started off with too, man. The MPC 2000. Okay, man.
Back when you couldn't see the markers and everything, you had to use number ears.
Right. Yep, exactly, man. Okay, how long ago was that?
Probably like I used the MPC probably for like I want to say 2-3 years.
Okay.
2-3 years, so probably like 10 years ago, and then it burnt out on me, and then I got on FL. FL started getting big.
Yeah, I hear that, man. That's what's up. Okay. All right, man.
I seen the transition from analog to digital. So it's a little bit.
It's kind of funny because it seemed like you know, back in the day, people would kind of graduate from FL. FL was what people kind of started out with, and then they move on to hardware like they move on to something like the MPC, you know, but now, you know, it's kind of crazy how you said you know, started with the MPC and then you moved on to software, and that kind of seems to be the trend now, you know. That's crazy, man. But that's what's up. Okay, man. So, who were some of the producers that inspired you when you were coming up, chopping samples on that MPC 2000?
Of course, Jay Dilla. I mean,
Nice.
How can he?
Yeah.
And I would say Timberland too, because Timberland was totally different from Jay Dilla, and like Jay Dilla's like my like that go-to vibe for me. So,
Right.
but Timberland's crazy when it comes to the bounce.
Yeah, he is. Okay. Those two. That's what's up, man. We got two different ends of the spectrum, man. But both are dope in their own right, man. Both are highly respected producers that are pushing their own lanes, or that were in Dilla's Dilla's case was. But yeah, man. That's what's up. Okay, both those are producers that definitely inspired me coming up, man, for sure. So they still do to this day. So. All right, man. Well, here on Beats Grinding Life, man, we want to honor you because you're definitely doing your thing, man, with all the success that you're getting from your drum kits, and but we know that there are some setbacks in this thing, and you mentioned one setback in your music career, when life kicked in, man. But I want to know if you can narrow it down and just tell me one failure or setback that you've had in your career that you've been able to bounce back from that maybe we can learn from.
Yeah, well, when I took that break, it was rough coming back because like everything had changed. Like there was VSTs. I didn't really know about VSTs. Like when I was on FL, it was like everything was in a box and I was still chopping samples. Right. Yeah. But when I came back in, I wanted to learn like music theory and everything like that. So it was like an uphill battle at first.
Okay. And what did I mean? Just from some of the setbacks within that, did you learn anything that kind of helped you along your way? Was there like any kind of lessons? Nice. Okay. That's what's up.
Just persistence. Just stay on it. The internet's amazing because you can learn anything. Right. So just stay persistent. Know the keywords to search for Google and get it. And it's all right there for you.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Okay. Man, beat grinders, I hope you guys, heard that. That's a word that, definitely hear on here a lot is persistence, man. So that's what's up. Okay, man. I gotta ask you, man. I mean, just, I know hindsight is 2020. Just looking back, do you think it was? I mean, I'm sure you don't regret anything with your kids, man. But do you wish that you wouldn't have taken such a long break, or maybe you would have? Just done a little more within those years that you took off?
Absolutely. I wish I never stopped because I wouldn't have been behind the curve for so long to catch back, and, you know what I mean, and get back into the vibe. Because it took a while to get back to where I thought my sound was good enough to even show people. Right. Because that's one of the things about me, passionate about music, and I just don't want to just throw something out there because I'm cool because I make beats. Nah, I actually want to make music and impact the culture.
Right. Dope, man.
So it was an uphill battle to get back to there.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're on your way, man. Sounds like you're making your way. That's what's up. All right, man. Well, I want to know, we talked about the dark side and you stopping music for a little bit, man. But now we want to know what's a moment in your career that you consider your greatest achievement?
For me, it's simple. Just being able to be at home. Because I remember when you had to pay for studio time and everything wasn't so accessible like it is now. Just being able to be at home, sit in front of my push, and sit in front of the keyboard and just bang out. That is every day when I get inspired, I can just go. Nice. It's that simple. It's not an award. It's none of that. It's just being able to create. That's it.
Dope, man. Dope. Okay. Well, you mentioned that, every day you get to get up and just get on your equipment and just work, man. But I want to know, man, what does it take to make quality sound kits like what you're doing and making beats like what you're doing? What does a typical day look like for you? What are you doing within your day?
Well, I live a regular life, so I go to work first, and then I come home, and then I knock out. But it's, like I said, it's just persistence. Like sometimes, like what I put in the sound kit is only like maybe probably 40% of the sessions. You know what I mean? Because like I'm trying to zero it down and make it really good because people are spending, $20-$30 on these kits.
Right.
So when they get them, I want to make sure they get quality.
Right. Get
the best quality
worth.
I can give them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I truck drive.
Okay. Nice. So, man, those are some pretty long hours, right?
Oh no, I got it's like 7 to 3:30. I got a regular one now, but I used to do it before. That's why I couldn't really make beats like that.
Right. I got you. Okay. That's what's up, man. So I'm sure you're also spending time with the little ones as well, right?
Absolutely, and my wife,
Yeah.
I live a regular life. No fancy stuff over here.
Right. Not yet, at least. Man, I know the grind. I'm familiar with it, man. I get up at like 3:30 in the morning on the days that I have to be there early at work and get off at like 1 or 2, and then come home and spend time with my little one and and the wife and get on it, man. Either music or beats grinding life. So I know that life. It's all familiar to me, man. So that's what's up. Keep grinding, man. Keep grinding. You're doing your thing, man.
Yeah, one day it'll break. One day that big check will come in, right?
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Okay, man. All right. Well, this portion of the interview I like to call In the Studio, man. We all want to, do the things that you're doing, man. We want to see what you're doing, but we can't do that because, you got me on Skype audio and not Skype video, so we can't see what you're doing. But but this is the next best thing, man, where I get to ask you questions about what goes on in your studio. So, man, if you're ready, man, if you can let us in a little bit, is that cool?
Oh yeah.
All right, man. So I want to know, first off, man, what do you do when you first start crafting beats? Do you have a set ritual?
No, it's whatever's in my mind at that time. Like it could start with drums. Lately, for like the last year, it's been chords and melodies first.
Okay.
But now I see I'm running out of gas on that, so I'm gonna have to start with my drums again.
Nice. Okay. All right. Is there a not so secret weapon that you have in the studio?
The secret weapon is the push. I mean, the push is amazing. It is the best piece of equipment I ever bought. As far as like compact, being able to have 64, if you're playing keys, you're playing keys. If you're chopping samples, it's like all in front of you.
Wow.
Right? This is not a secret, but it's a secret weapon. It's everything that you need. I mean, I got a keyboard. I started using it because I like making chords on there, but it's really just the push. I could do anything with the push in a laptop.
Wow. Nice, man. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's not becoming such a secret weapon anymore. So many producers on here have converted over to the push and are using it and speaking good things about it too. So dope, man. Okay. Is there or what's all in your toolbox, man? What all are you using? What software and what hardware is all in your studio right now?
Right now, I don't got no hardware. I actually got rid of my Moog, but right now, Ableton gang. So you know how that goes. You can do Ableton and the Akai Advanced 49. Right now, I'm all inside the box right now.
Dope, nice. Okay. What software are you? So you said you're just Ableton right now. Are you still using Fruity Loops for anything?
Nah, I got off of Fruity Loops.
Okay.
I went from Fruity Loops to Logic to Machine to Ableton, and I'm staying with Ableton. I use them all.
Nice. That's cool that you got to just experience a little bit of each one, man, and then you got to pick out which one you like the best. It sounds like you're all about the Ableton right now. So what about?
Yeah, that could change.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you on that, man. Okay, well, this next portion of the interview I like to call In the Mix, man. It's kind of like rapid fire. I'm going to ask you some questions, and you just spit them back to me quickly. But at the same time, I want the questions to be well thought out. And so if you need to take your time, man, please do. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, man. Do you prefer making beats with samples or without?
Doesn't matter. It's all about all about the vibe at that point. Sometimes I sample, sometimes I play keys.
Dope. Okay. What's your opinion on selling and leasing beats online?
I think leasing beats is killing the game. Honestly, it's making it way too cheap.
Right.
And it's being oversaturated.
Okay.
And the quality. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Finish your thought.
Yeah, and I feel as though like what leasing beats is driving the quality of music down. And it's like, remember when a song used to mean something? It really doesn't mean anything anymore. We throw it out there, and there's 1,000 songs out there because, I mean, the accessibility, but there's a bad side to it too.
Right. That's so true, man. That's so true. Okay. What's a plugin that you think every producer should have in their arsenal?
Omnisphere. I know that's probably everybody said that, but Omnisphere is you can do anything on Omnisphere.
Yeah, that's been mentioned a lot. Almost more than 50% of the producers on here mention Omnisphere, but it's well worth it, man. I mean, I know I have it, and I use Omnisphere a lot. So, all right, man. Do you have a book that you think every producer should read? And when I say book, I mean it doesn't have to be music related, but it can be.
What's the name of this book? Ego's the Enemy. Ooh. Me and my wife have been reading this book. Ego's the Enemy.
By Ryan Holiday.
Wow, nice. That's his newest book, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Nice. I'm a fan of Ryan Holiday, man. He's definitely a good writer. What can you explain that book a little bit?
Well, my wife's really been reading it. She's been sharing it with me. But what I learned from her is she's basically saying like your ego can destroy anything. Like if you just let it run rampant, it'll destroy everything that you built. And so, especially like in the music industry, you know, you get a lot of bravado. Let's just say that. So like, you got to make sure you're yourself constantly and checking yourself. So that's one of the lessons that she gave to me from reading the book.
Dope.
I'm too busy making beats to.
Hey, but at least you can get the cliff notes though. That's dope, man. All right.
Yeah,
man.
I just take the life lessons out.
Yeah. There you go, man. Well, all right, beat grinders. Ego is the Enemy, Ryan Holiday. If you guys would like to check it out a little further, you can go on beatsgrindinglife.com under Raw Noise's show notes, and I'll definitely provide a link on there. So, okay. Is there an internet resource that you think every producer could benefit from? And when I say internet resource, I mean mobile app or website.
YouTube. I mean, YouTube got everything.
You know what?
That's where I go.
Yeah. You know, I'm actually surprised that that's not mentioned more. Like you said, YouTube has everything, man. I mean, they have tutorials on there. They have samples on there. They have, I mean, any and everything that you need. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. All right, man. Well, I don't know if you know this or not, man, but Mount Rushmore, they're taking down all the faces, and they asked you to put up new faces, 4 faces, and they all have to be producers. What producers are you putting up there?
You're killing me right now. What is it, like 4 faces, right?
Yep.
4. Oh God, you gotta put Dilla up there. You gotta put Dilla.
Yep.
You gotta put I gotta put my guy No ID up there.
Nice. Okay.
Gotta put a sleeper. Somebody they sleep on him. Apollo Brown. See, that's all. That's my chopping background.
Yeah. Right.
and if I could interchange them out, it would be Timberland and Pharrell.
Wow.
If I could change them out.
Nice.
But if I had to go with one, it would be Pharrell because he's musical. He goes so many different places.
Yeah, he can. Wow, man, that's awesome, man. I mean, the first 3 definitely I can lump in together, and then Pharrell is just I mean, they're all dope producers, but I didn't see Pharrell coming in with those three that you had before, man. But that's a dope four, man. That's awesome. I don't think anybody can argue with those. That's what's up. Okay.
I think people sleep on Apollo Brown, though. I think they sleep on him. I think
people definitely sleep on Apollo Brown. I mean, he's created classics with other artists. I mean, I think that the Razzcazz album was a class. I mean, borderline classic. I think the OC album was a classic. Man, I mean, that's just my opinion, though. I don't know what others are feeling on those, but man, the dude, man, he's created some. Oh, the Sky Zoo album, that one's dope as well. Man, yeah, dude.
It always produces the entire project.
Right.
You don't get that from a lot of producers.
Yep, you don't get that anymore. So that's what's up, man. He's really consistent. So I think that's a dope four, man. A lot of people are mentioning No ID here lately. Especially with the stuff that he's done with like Jay-Z and we mentioned on here before, is Kanye's mentor. And so, yeah, man, definitely. And Dilla, I mean, you can't say enough. So I got to ask you, man, because you couldn't decide between Timberland, Pharrell. Yeah, man, those, well, actually, never mind. I was going to say those are two Virginia producers, and everybody's always lumping them in together, and we always want to know which one's better. And there was a rumor about a battle with them happening, but I guess now it's going to be Timberland and Swizz. But if those two did battle, who do you think would win out of those two?
Out of Timberland and
Pharrell.
And Pharrell?
Yeah.
Timberland will win.
Timberland will win? Okay.
He's got way too much energy. There's too much energy in his music.
Right. Yeah, if there was a battle, like...
Yeah. If it was just like a pure battle, Timberland will win.
Right. Okay.
And my melody side would be like Pharrell won, but Timberland's gonna win
with that energy.
Yeah, with the energy.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Well, I want to know, man, if you woke up from a dream and in that dream you had the perfect studio session, one artist, one producer, one engineer, one random person, and that producer is a co-producer with you. Who are those four people that is in that dream studio session with you?
So one producer, I would say, it's hard for one producer. I would have to say Dilla.
Okay.
I look up to Dilla because the time signature changes and everything that he does. Mm-hmm. Just to be able to, I could just probably sit there and be in awe and not really hit a key. I just put the snares in.
Mm-hmm.
An artist, who would be good with Dilla and me? Isaiah Rashad.
Nice.
He's a newer kid.
Yeah.
But Isaiah Rashad, engineering will have to be Guru, young Guru. What was the other one?
Random person.
Just a random person?
Yep.
My wife is a fly on the wall.
Nice.
You gotta bring real life into it. I like real life. I don't like,
Right.
like the plastic. I like real life.
Yeah, man. Well,
she brings a vibe.
Yeah, man. I mean, it sounds like she's your rock, and she's there with you now, and she it sounds like she centers you, man. So I mean, why not? And plus that people have mentioned their wives on here before as the random person, more than once. So that's what's up. It only makes sense, man. So I mean, Isaiah Rashad, Dilla, young Guru, your wife, that does sound like a dream session, man. Hopefully, can't get Dilla in there, maybe another producer, man, but hopefully that session can happen. What's that?
Yeah, we can throw No ID in there.
Yeah,
I still be like a fly on.
Yeah, right. So I mean, hopefully that can happen one day, man. So all right, man.
Hopefully.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, man. Well, what's your favorite song that you've ever produced?
Oh God. I do. I remember back when I was on the MPC, I had produced this song named "Body Language" by my best friend. His name was Herc at the time, but his name's Eric.
Okay.
That was the best song produced.
Nice.
I mean, I forget what I sampled, but I know it came out amazing.
Dope, man. Dope. Okay. Nice. All right, man. Well, what's an album besides one of your own that you recommend that every producer listen to, and why?
Ooh. I have to think about this one. I don't want to pick a hip hop album. That's why.
Well, I gotta ask you, why not?
Because I feel as though as producers, sometimes we get pigeonholed into our sounds. But like when we go to listen to something else, it can give us inspiration to go a different direction and push hip hop culture to another direction that you cannot get from just listening to hip hop.
Nice. Okay.
So I would have.
I love that answer.
I would have to say like something like Queen. I don't know the name of none of their albums, but like this, like Queen, is like an '80s rock group that was amazing in their switches. Like sometimes Kanye reminds me how he does his switches, especially on his last album, Yeezus. It's a remnant of those big gigantic switches in the music.
Okay. Nice. Queen. Okay. All right, Beat Grinders. Well, if you guys want to check out any of Queen's albums, if you haven't, you can definitely go on the website, look on the show notes, on Raw Nois' show notes, and I'll definitely provide some links to a few of their albums. So, all right, man. Well, we're gonna stay in this imaginative mode, man. I want to know, if you woke up tomorrow and you lost everything that you had, except for your knowledge and $1,000, what would you do in the next week to restart your career?
What I would do is get a cheap, maybe like a $400 laptop, get my pushback, and get a cheap interface, and I'll be good.
Okay. Nice. It sounds so simple, and that's kind of the point of this question, man. Is just to let people know that, you know, it's not too hard to get back in if you're starting out, or, you know, if you do lose everything somehow, maybe by theft or God knows what, you know, it's never hard to restart. So, you know, don't feel discouraged. So, all right, thank you for that answer, man. All right, man. Well, I want to know, man. I mean, I know right now you're killing it with your sound libraries and your drum kits, man. I want to know, like, for someone like me, or for, you know, other producers out there, what does it take to start your own sound library or drum kits? I mean, I know that we all collect drums that we create, but if you can just expand on that a little bit more, man, that'd be great.
I think one of the best examples is a kit that I did is Angry Elephant kicks. So what I did is I basically molded every kick from off the Moog, and then came inside the box and then manipulated from that point. I mean, you could, with sound design, you can literally take a vocal from this interview and change it into a key sound. When you get down to the actual sound wave of the audio,
right? And
then it's pitching, putting it back into key and putting pretty stuff on it to make it actually sound like music.
Dope, nice.
All the stuff is just waves at the end of the day.
That's what's up, man. Okay, all right. Well, Beat Grinders, man, you guys definitely go check out some of those drum kits and sound libraries. Raw Nois is definitely killing it right now. So, okay, man. Well, I want to know, when it's all said and done, man, when it's time to hang it all up, man. What do you want your legacy to be at the end of it, man? What do you want us to say about Raw Nois?
I want to be able to, same thing that was done for me, why I fell in love with music. Make stuff that means something to people, Something that you can listen to 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and it still takes you back to that same place when you first heard it. And that I was just a simple guy. That's it.
Nice. Okay, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Okay, man. Well, what's the greatest piece of advice that you've received thus far in your career, and what advice do you have for all the producers listening?
Well, I have to say, I actually read this question, and it goes back. I was talking to Siege Monstrosity.
Nice.
He gave me really good advice, talking about how basically don't get caught up in how, because he was like, basically we don't have any formula to what works and what doesn't work. At the end of the day, you have to trust your ears. And that was the best advice. And ever since he told me that, and I was just like, well, if I think it's dope, then it's dope. And don't worry about, a million other people thinking that it's dope, because what's going to happen is that you're going to get pigeonholed and you're going to second guess yourself. And then music's going to become a job, and it's not going to be the joy that you fell in love with.
Dope, man. Dope. Okay. I like that, man. Like you said, there's no set formula, and it takes me back to the beginning of the interview when I asked you, how, what do you do in the studio? How do you start in the studio? And, you said you were doing drums for a little bit. I mean, you were doing melodies for a little bit and chords. Now you're doing drums, and it kind of seems like you definitely took that advice. There's no set formula on how to do it. You just gotta, go with the feeling and go with what seems right. So,
yeah.
Dope, man. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that advice. I appreciate it. I know all the beat grinders listening as well appreciate the advice that you gave out, man. So thank you. All right, man. Well, I want to know, man, if there's any more words that you have for the listeners. We made it to the end, man. If there's any more words that you want the listeners to know, if you want to plug your drum libraries, sound kits, and also let everyone know how to contact you, man, please do let us know, man.
Well, you can contact me at Raw Noisy. I like the email, so just Raw Noisy on my email if you're interested. And mostly producers, they're not going to be interested in beats, but if you have any questions, I will answer questions. And the number one thing that I want everybody to know, not only from myself, but also for the culture, let's just keep pushing this culture forward. Let's keep making music. Let's keep having fun, and remember why we got into doing it, because then that's when, it's going to be a beautiful thing again.
Nice.
I know we can all get pitched into the business side of it and how much money we're making, but do not forget why we're actually doing it, which is we fell in love with making music. So just keep making music.
Dope. Nice. That's, man, great advice again, man. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you coming on, man, and spreading your wisdom and letting this community here know, the beat grinders, know a little more about who you are and how we can advance as producers ourselves, man. So appreciate it, man, and thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man, for letting me do it.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, beat grinders. Well, thank you for tuning in again to another episode of Beats Grinding Life. Really appreciate you guys. And once again, you've been mentored by another great producer. You've been mentored by Nois3, so consider yourself very lucky. And you guys have a great week and keep grinding. All right, peace.
Here at Beats Grinding Life, we want to thank you for listening to another episode. We want to know, what were your biggest takeaways from this interview? Just go to beatsgrindinglife.com and leave a comment on this episode's show notes page. Also, while you are there, go subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Just click the little button that says subscribe. If you could, please leave a rating and review. Rating and reviews are the best way to show your appreciation because it helps more people find out about the podcast. So until next week's episode, keep grinding.